Hi there. In this video, I will show you how to do particle filtering in Particle Analyzer. There are many ways to do particle filtering. The most obvious way is to use the particle filtering panel. So you can pick up your parameters that you want to filter, and you can also pick up the range of these parameters. So for example, if I want to filter the volume, I pick the volume, then I can pick the minimum volume and the maximum volume that I want to filter. And after you pick up your volume, you can then click the filter button, then it will filter the particles. So usually when I do this, I would like to see the volume distribution so I can know like what kind of value do I need to use. So I click the volume column there, so I know the distribution of the volume, and you can adjust the histograms so I see it better. So I can see there are kind of two distributions right now for my particles there, and so what I think so this is like it didn't show all the images. You can check all images, so the distribution would reflect the particles among all the images, so they give you a nicer distribution right now. So for the particle stats, you can watch my other video um, that's on how to uh, how to view the particle statistics. So right now I have the volume distribution and looks like there are two peaks there. So one thing you can do is to fine tune this range. So you can either enter the text, or what you can do is you can place a bar, just right click the axis here. You can place a bar called the data bar. You can place a lower bar, and I can also place an upper bar. So the lower bar will control the text in this box. As you move the bar, you see the number changes. You can also move the upper bar. So using this manner, you can precisely determine which volume you want to cut off. So you can determine the region, the range of volume that you want to filter. So once you have done that, you can then click filter, and which applies the filter. You can also do the similar things by right click this axis and say filter. There's a menu there. You can select to filter on all particles, filter on only the selected particles. The difference is if you filter on all particles, so your filter, this range of volume will apply to all the particles and you filter them. But if you filter only on selected particles, that's equivalent as if you check this box there on selected. That will only filter the particles that's currently being selected. Any other particles that's not selected, they won't get filtered. So there are other ways to filter these. You can also do is you can click the volume column there. You can right click this column and click filter this column, and that should, now you can enter the lower and upper bound, which basically is the same thing as that. Then you can click OK, then it filters. So it's equivalent as click the filter button there. So that's filtering one parameter. And you can also filter multiple parameters. So to do that, one thing you can do that is you can filter one parameter, let's say volume, click filter. Then you can do another filter on area, for example. Then you click area, then filter this again. So this time make sure you filter only on selected, because in the previous step we already filtered the volume. So now you only need to filter the area. So you have to filter on selected particles, so you have the intersection of your volume filter and your area filter. Otherwise, if you don't check this box, the area filter will apply to all the particles. So the volume filter as if the volume filter is not applied. So another way to do this is to use multiple filter options. So just right click any of the cell, you can say filter multiple columns. So click that, you can select, for example, volume and area. Then you can click OK. So now let's just select the area filter first, and then click OK. Then let's you select the volume filter. For some reason it's not showing up anything here, so there might be a mistake. Let's try this again. Maybe there is an error. I think the program is hanging out right now. There's an error. Okay, so I will fix this function later. So you get the idea. You can do multiple column filter by using this function, but the program is not responsive at this moment. Oh no. Well, anyway. So the other way to do filter multiple column parameters is you can, for example, you can, let's just continue to use the volume and the area as an example. You can do, once you get a histogram of the volume, you can say open a new window, and right, so you have one is the window, that's the volume histogram. You can also do the area histogram, just do it like that, and then open another window. So two of these, let's take them side by side, and now what you can do is you can place a bar. For example, I want to filter the volume within this range, and I can filter the area within that range. So then to filter them both, okay, I want these two ranges to be filtered at simultaneously. So what you do is you right click in one of these graphs, you say click filter particles, you filter across open histograms. So once you click this should filter the particles based on the intersection of these two filters, so both the volume and the area. Apparently there's no intersection, so we don't see any particles there, which is interesting. Yeah, maybe we can do it again. Let's say filter particles on all particles across open histograms. I think this should do something. I mean, maybe we can expand this a little bit. Maybe it's too small for some reason. Let's try this. This should give me some particles across open histograms. I guess it's still not doing anything, so I guess that function is broken. Anyway, I'll try to fix that. So, but you get the idea. It's just so by placing data bars on multiple histograms, you can open two right now. I mean, I'm opening two right now, but I can open a third parameter and a fourth parameter. You can filter them all at once. That's the basic idea. You can also do filter particles in real time. What this does, so once you check that part, that function, that menu item, now if you move these around, it should filter the particles as you drag these.